Alright, so in this video I'm going to teach you how to make pop rock and pop punk music on Garageband. Pop rock's been getting a bunch of popularity recently ever since Machine Gun Kelly dropped that one album, and it seems like it's becoming the new wave again. So I'm going to teach you how to make music of that style on your iPhone, on your iPad, literally any iOS device. Before we begin though, consider subscribing and hitting the bell for more videos like this. It's free and you can change your mind whenever you want. Without further ado, let's get started. So once you're on GarageBand, the first thing you're gonna do is go to your guitar and choose the hard rock guitar. Now, there's two different options that you can use. You can do like chords or straight notes. And for the chords, there's actually quite a few options you can do. You already have a bunch of presetted chords, even though you can already edit them by clicking the gear icon. But there's also this thing called autoplay, which basically plays the rhythm for you. And if you want a more authentic sound, I guess you can do that. However, it is kind of cheap, but I mean, that's my opinion. So what you want to do, you want to make a very simple, straightforward melody. So I did just a G and D combo. Punk is really about that, just keeping it to the bare essentials, stuff like that. So once you're done with that, you have to go to your bass. And this time, usually I choose Liverpool, but for punk and that kind of style, I decided to choose the P bass, which hit a little more. And again, you can use autoplay and you can use notes. However, I'm just gonna stick to picking notes from the G and D line and basically just following the guitar melody. So once you're done, it's time to pick the drums, and I chose the live rock kit because it sounds the most full. You have a bunch of other options like SoCal and stuff like that. This just sounds the most raw in my opinion. So anyway, you go over here, do a simple, very straightforward. This isn't really about having crazy fills and stuff like that. I'd recommend hitting the toms and the snares the most. And if you don't want to do that, a simpler method, which you can still customize, is this thing called drummer, which basically lets you choose drummers from specific styles of rock or even electronic, but obviously we're sticking to the acoustic sounds. And you can customize it. You can make the rhythm more complicated, you can make it louder, more simple, and you can have some things more focused like the cymbals, the kick, all that stuff. You can even choose on the bottom, as you can see, to be more filled up with action, so more hitting the hats and toms and stuff like that. And I added a second one which focuses on the cymbals and the rides just to make it a little more full. And one thing I'll do is for the verses, I'll remove the cymbals and only keep it for like the more crescendo areas to make the impact bigger. So once you're done with that, this is how it sounds. Now, if you're more used to making rap music, this might be the end for you. However, I need to stop you there because we are far from done. Because of rap instrumentals being pretty repetitive, not having that many chord switches and stuff like that, you might think that this is over and you can really just keep your life moving on like this. However, that's just not how it works for rock. You usually want to switch up the chords a bit, remove some instruments on some parts, add some instruments. And what's really popular in this style, like in grunge and stuff like that, to have your verses quiet with maybe only the bass, maybe some light drums, and then for the hook or the pre-chorus, just have an explosive full mix. So what I'm gonna do is I'm literally going to add a second version of the bass melody where I'm gonna add some more notes. In this case, I'm gonna add the G, the A, the E minor, and the B minor, just to give it a bit more variety. And once I'm done with that, obviously I need to add the guitar for the rhythm, just to make the impact a little more bigger. And like I said before, the drums, which are mostly focused on cymbal and ride, I'm removing it for that quiet part, but as it builds up, I'll increasingly add it. And something I'm gonna add for both this and the beginning of this song is I'm gonna add some drum fills to make the build up even more grand, in the same way that an electronic producer might add like a riser or sound effect or something like that. Now, once you're done with that, if you wanted to, you could just export this file and do it on Audacity or something, but if you're really dedicated to it, you could technically add vocals. I'd probably recommend using headphones, as the quality is a lot better than just doing it from your phone. And I use the heavy distortion mode. This is very corny because I really wanted to have that stereotypical angsty, whiny teenager voice while doing it like most emo or pop rock or whatever. So don't don't laugh. This is obviously a joke, but this is the final product.
Staring at you from the distance, that's where I go to see you, but you don't want to see me. Oh no, okay, okay, oh yeah, oh no, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's so bad. Yeah, I'm hoping no women are watching this video. But anyway, that's basically it. So what have we learned today? Keep it pretty rudimentary, you know, have the drums, have the bass, have the guitar. You don't really need much more. If you want to, that's perfectly fine. But just keep it to those bare minimums. Add chord changes during like the verses or the hook. You could technically keep it at a G and D melody the whole time, but I think it is much more engaging and interesting to add some more stuff and have some like angsty vocals if you want. But yeah, this has basically been the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell for more videos like this. I don't make pop rock in this style, however I do make psychedelic pop, which I think if you enjoy people like Tame Impala, whoa, then I think you might enjoy this. But thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.